Oh, this is small. You should have seen how many they had earlier.
Come loaded.
1, 2, 3, 4, and a CSI vehicle. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 officers, it appears.
How's it going? Sergeant Wallace, we're just going to come out here tonight. I think I've talked to you before a couple different times.
Yeah.
Just going to do our nightly checks, make sure everybody's in compliance with the Sacramento City codes.
Sure.
Make sure nobody's sleeping.
And then we're going to just walk the perimeter here. And then after that, we'll come over here. I think pretty much everything that's out here tonight, everybody's already, the property and stuff's already been talked to by the other sergeants that were out here earlier today. So we're going to take care of that real quick.
Okay.
All right. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome. Hey, what's going on, bud?
6.
You're more than welcome to ask us. We do have some.
And what is your badge number, by the way?
Tonight, if anybody needs to go to a bed, we have some 10 beds, I think, over at Detox, and then there's a couple of chairs at the warming center. Only a couple things that are available.
I need a girlfriend with good credit.
I know. I would like that myself, my friend. So.
And what is your badge number, by the way?
3127.
3127.
All right. Thanks,
Good
guys.
night.
I'm doing okay. How about you, man? Good, brother.
Mr. Bruce. Mr. Bruce? Police Department, how are you? Is that correct, you, Mr. Bruce? You okay with your hand? Mr. Bruce, you've been warned many times, right, by camping? Yes. And you're still doing it? No.
Protesting, not camping.
The protesting's out there, though. Can't be here. Can't be here during the hours of 11 to 7, City Hall property. Right? Can't be camping. Violating 2 city codes. Right? I'll get the chief. Can you hang on my credit for me, please?
Thank you, sir.
So, just beside the plaza area.
Thank you. All right, brother. Thank you. I just read there's an ordinance against this. It's something title
12.52.
12.52.050.
Yeah, well, the entirety of the ordinance is under 12.52.
You guys are on. Hey, Jeremiah. Thanks for joining. You guys, wait a second. I'll actually snapshot the ordinance after this. So is it the citing or arresting an individual for camping even though he was part of this protest?
Do you have a driver's license tonight, Mr. Bruce?
No. City Hall.
Do you have a driver's license number?
No, it's City Hall.
myself could not do that job. Do their job. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night afterwards. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
It's a good mailing address for you.
Especially taking into account knowing how much psychological and physical damage it causes to deny people the ability to sleep,
Zip code 95814, okay?
force them into the elements.
I'm a registered nurse, and I can get him now and tell you that he looks like he needs medical care. He is
Oh. Actually, the sheriffs did that to him.
It's all about law enforcement, ain't it?
You alright, bud?
What's your birthday, sir? Was it? 3093.
Oh, thank you. Need me one of those lights. See, what I wonder is how much money the city's wasting trying to silence our protest and continuing to come out here and write citations and make arrests and all these really expensive things rather than listen to the demands of the people. Yeah, but if you call the Sacramento Police Department to report somebody breaking into your car and stealing stuff out of it, they won't respond to that. They don't have the manpower. But they have the manpower to come out and harass people for sleeping.
Seems like management's trying to make a fake crime wave while they divert all the police resources to harassing.
And then like we've had people out doing cop watch, and they're listening to the scanners and everything, and there's calls for violent acts, and there's like 1 or 2 cops showing up to that, but there's like a dozen cops showing up here for peaceful protesters to cite people for sleeping and bike lanes.
Yeah.
That's where the city's priorities lie.
Just the same thing that's happening out where I live. Like, the city is trying to cut downtown, so they took the tent city people who have been there forever and moved them from an area where they're safe and, you know, we've been in a tent city down in the riverbed where they're guarded from the wind because, you know, out in Nevada we have strong winds
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
scald your skin and it gets bitter.
And it's hot too in
Yeah,
summer.
it's one or the other. It's two extremes. I mean, we have people coming to our ER all the time that lose feet because of it. So they took everybody, made a fenced-in area with barbed wire around it. Don't ask me why. And it's gravel.
Do you mind if I
They're
record?
scared of us.
Do you mind if I record you? Do you mind if I record you talking
No,
about
go
this?
ahead.
Okay.
So the area where they made the fenced-in area with the barbed wire, it's all gravel, and they made everybody move here. Well, there's nothing to guard you from the wind. There's no bathrooms. There's nothing that will protect you there, and you're right in the middle of the city. So, you know, they come and harass all the
Box on
time.
mission to be able to promise with you, okay?
It just,
Print you out a
it's
copy for yourself.
heartbreaking.
For your records, so you know what to report.
And they say, well, these people choose to live this way. So what if they do?
Yeah.
There's not enough resources.
It's better than being one of those.
The actual number of people that
Following
choose
orders.
to be homeless, I'd say is maybe like 5 to 10% of the entire homeless population. Most people are actually would rather not be stuck living out here.
How heavy?
At least in Nevada, it's partially acceptable to be living like off-grid and kind of be like a
Yeah.
mountain person or whatever they call it. But you know, and because we're so rural, it's a little bit more accepted there. But
Yeah.
it doesn't make it any easier, especially for the people who are chronically ill and need mental health care, and we just don't have it. You
I like
know,
the way
our state's notorious for putting people on buses and sending them over here to California because they dump the mentally ill. They don't care for them at all.
yeah, it's just messed up the way they're doing people. Like Utah did it really cool. Is really cool about it. Like
Yeah,
when I was there wasn't any really big deal about sleeping outside.
Yeah, they have a
unless you were on
massive
private
charity
property.
district, and they actually work towards helping people out there.
Dude,
Medical
if I would have stayed in
care,
Utah, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm tied to Sacramento, like I could have been off the streets in Utah, no
Well,
problem.
but they have
Just
partial-
traveling through, they're like, no, dude, you stay, you get housing. Da, 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 da. It's like,
That's
but
the
this isn't
LDS
my
Church
home.
puts in a ton of money to actually
Mhm.
care for the homeless people, and they
Yeah.
have such a successful housing
Yeah.
situation where they're getting homeless people homes, like they're small
Yep.
apartments.
And it saves millions of dollars.
It does.
Like they don't need to waste police time to go harass homeless people
Yeah.
because they're getting them services instead, you
Well,
know.
and
And the police are free to actually stop real crimes like people being violent with each other, people breaking into people's cars, you know, things where there's actually damaged property or
And it reduces
harmed
the
individuals.
workload in emergency rooms at the
Yep.
hospitals. They're not flooded with homeless people like they are out here.
Well, denying people sleep, like this ordinance actually affects the hospitals because
It does.
when people aren't able to sleep, they end up getting sick easier. And then there's the physical and mental health issues that come along with it.
Oh, you're talking
And-
about a whole slew of different things, untreated medical conditions.
And these guys are causing it.
Congestive heart failure, COPD, asthma.
Like that's why, like, I have no problem telling these guys that by enforcing this ordinance, they're causing death for the homeless people.
You know, there are a ton of nurses out there who have done research
Right.
that proves that, you know, providing care and sanctuary for homeless people improves the situation for an entire city
Yep.
tenfold. There are people that are working on their DNPs, right, Philip? And this is what their research is all about.
Yep. That's medical knowledge for you guys. Like, honestly,
Scientific research, the numbers show the difference.
and honestly, I don't see any difference between what they're doing and the guy that's beating somebody in the middle of the street. I don't really see any difference. I'm gonna follow them real quick.